Hi everyone, it's Ami here. I received this message from Jeff this afternoon. He says in the message, got another case to discuss from Karen. I think you'll like this one. 56, female, never smoked, wants $1 million for her kids. Budget of $400 per month. What's next? Okay, and Jeff says, say, compare to what? Bring your thoughts. Well, the initial survey should be what's available. And then let's go and do some choices. So here we go. What I've done is I've populated LifeGuide's main screen with the information that was given in the email. We've got, I don't have a date of birth, so I just put the age in 56, going on 56. Female, never smoked, regular, and I say never smoked because otherwise it might turn out to be a modified smoker or a smoker. So let's just leave it as never smoked. Regular by age 56. It's usually not an elite or a preferred underwriting risk. So I go for regular or / standard. And I've chosen to use LifeGuide's multi-select. And here in the multi-select screen, I decided since if she would be a select life for life insurance, the likelihood is that she'll survive 20 years. So I went for 20-year term. I'm going to go for 30-year term as well. And let's leave the level term to 65 out. Likewise, the level term to 70 out. Likewise, the level term 75 to 80 out, for the very simple reason that if she's a select life now and she remains adhering to a good lifestyle, she'll probably live beyond age 80. And there's no sense buying insurance that will drop dead before the date of realization. Decreasing term makes no sense, so I'll leave that out. OptiTerm, which are the products, it's a new type of product developed initially by IA, who called it Pick-A-Term, followed later on by Teacher's Life, and followed later on by RBC with their Your Term, and last to join the wagon was Canada Life, was My Term. So those are the OptiTerm products where you can choose any length of initial level period followed by YRT renewals. Then I picked Guaranteed T100. I'll leave UL out, especially now with all this inflation happening and the uncertainty with the new variant of COVID and so forth. So I'll leave UL out. Whole life products, I selected whole life, fully guaranteed life pay. The premiums probably will not be enough at $400 per month to go for any of the shorter pay periods. But I figured, okay, let's take a look at whole life guaranteed 20 pay just in case. And then on the par products, I picked whole life participating life pay and whole life participating limited pay. So let's click on OK. These are the ones selected. And I'm going to use the OptiSearch function where I've entered $400, same as in the email, to be paid monthly. So let's OptiSearch this. Single life, single insured. Of course, I'm leaving decreasing term out. Let's knock out the non-renewable term products, but we'll leave in the non-convertible term products. So we'll click on OK. And here from the OptiTerm, as you can see, you select any length of level initial period. going to select all, but I'm going to knock out the first few. Up to 20, I'm going to knock them out. So just take those check marks off. We've got all the rest in there. Okay, click on OK. And it's doing the calculations. Of course, naturally, the shorter level period, the more likely it is that it will meet the requirement to exceed $1 million. So let's scroll down to see what, if anything, matches right on the money for $1 million. And there we are. CPP Foresters. Preferred Elite T20. But keep in mind here that the premiums will be going up from approximately $400 a month to $2,596. Here it is all graphed out, and this is where the premium will bump up on the graph. Okay, let's close this up and let's take a look at the internal rate of return. So we'll swing in. We've got a 51 years old lady who probably has a life expectancy of age 86. So take 51 from 86. That gives us 35 years. So let's put in 35 in here. And we got a problem. It expired by that point. So that's no good. Okay, let's climb upwards. Expired. Expired. See this up here? Expired. 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 Let's take it down to internal rate of return. And let's leave the CSV adjustment in. That's a negative return on the money. So let's see where we get into the positive. Oops, this one is expired here. Expired. Negative return expired. Gotta watch out for those expiries and negative returns. Well, we've got ourselves a little bit of a problem here. All the term products, and these are all term, that go from $1 million upwards, drop dead on us before the date that one would expect to have the payout. So let's see what goes down here. We're still in the term territory, as we can see here. Oops, we're running into expiries and negative returns all over the place again. Okay, RBC, your term 27 renewable and convertible for a standard non-smoker is where we hit our first positive internal rate of return, and here it is, 0.21268% over 35 years to age 86. Okay, a little problem here. We are nicely short of the $1 million that Karen is looking for, or that someone is looking for Karen. Oops, this one is expired. Negative return. Okay, we see a positive return here again with RBC. So we've got RBC, your term 28, gives a better return than RBC, your term 27. Canada Life expired. IA negative return, RBC. We're over 1.5% return here by going for your term 29. Renewable and convertible. Negative return expired. Oops. Here we go with another positive return. Now we are into the term 100s. However, we see that we are getting less than a third of what Karen is looking for, 289,735, rather than the $1 million that she's looking for. Well, one of the reasons here is that we've gone monthly. And let's not forget that when you pay monthly, you're actually paying 18.6% financing charge for the pleasure of paying monthly installments as opposed to annual. Same story, by the way, goes for RSP loans versus saving ahead for RSP. Now, IA, T100 territory, T100 territory, Foresters non-par, T100, SSQ T100, La Capitale, T100 Pure, Faith Life, T100. Okay, but we're starting to do a little bit better here for internal rate of return. It's the T100s. Okay, there's Sun Life with their permanent life pay. Let's see if it's got any cash values. Yeah, it does. Okay, let's take a look here. Nice growth in the cash value. Let's eliminate some of the noise here. And there's a nice growth here in the paid up as well. Accumulation off, and here we go. The red here, by the way, is the risk amount. Amount at risk is the distance between the total death benefit and the cash value. Cash value, of course, the policyholder can get without the requirement to die first. It's only death that triggers the additional amount, which is the amount at risk. Okay, let's kill this. Oh, incidentally, if you want to see what inflation will do to all this, at the inflation index of only 2%, let's say by this point, 20th year, the total death benefit would have a value in terms of today's dollars of $168,000 only. By dollar count alone, it would be $250,965. Let's return this back. This guy. Okay, well here we've got essentially 25% of what Karen wanted. Assumption life, platinum protection term 20 somehow snuck into the deal here, but it's renewable to 90. That's probably why the additional cost. SSQ, again into T20 territory. Okay, this is a simplified issue, non-par whole life, except there is the notation here, so we pay attention on the right side. The amount is too high. It's the highest band. Call the company for an alternative. Further down. Okay, this is one of the power products using the paid up additions and YRT combination to top up the base, so that the basic amount here is $144,318, and the rest between the $144,318 to $243,328 is made up of paid up additions and YRT top-ups. Okay, but here we are essentially at 24.3% of what Karen is looking for. And the further down we go, the less coverage for $400 a month can be obtained. Look at cooperators here. Whole Life Ascend. It's another par product. Life Pay Maximum Enhancement. Okay, the basic amount is $153,480, and the rest up to the $208,773 is your paid up additions and YRT top-ups. We get into OptiMax here by Empire. Par Plus 20 pay, 15-year guarantee only from Assumption. UV adaptable 20 pay. Umania Silver 2000 T100. But we're losing ground here on the internal rate of return. And Foresters bounces us right back up. Let's hit Equitable and see what goes. Equimax Estate Builder. Okay, so we see that the problem with most of the term products is that they end up expiring before the expiry date of the life insured. So they would be out. However, we've got our permanent plans, whole life or participating whole life. My tendency is more towards the guarantees. I don't like a downloading of risk from the insurance company to the life insured or policyholder. I prefer that insurance companies keep the risk and not ping-pong it right back at the consumer. So it takes us right back to the T100s. And that's the picture, at least initially. So what are Karen's options? One option, of course, is to lower her sites from $1 million down to something that she can afford for $400 a month. The other side of the coin is for Karen to try and scrape up some additional dollars and buy a larger face amount. That's it, folks.